Welcome to our immigration podcast. We do all things immigration in the United States. We do it every week. Try to get it done in about 10 minutes, so check out what we've got this week. We're going to cover some basic Asian American Heritage Month information. We've got a highlight individual for you. We'll be talking a little bit about the work permit extension. That was a provision that USCIS announced and has gone into effect. We also have an update for you on the EB2 Regional Center. There was some news on that. USCIS did a phone call. We'll get an update for you on that. We'll also be talking to you guys about what the EB2 requirements are. I want to go over very generally a part of the law that is a commonly asked question. What is EB2? How do I get it? Can I qualify? We'll cover some of that. We'll also talk about Schedule A and the process for nurses and physical therapists, another informative segment about immigration law. Finally, we have some questions as follow-up from you guys, and we will hit those questions to give you some more information. Check out our timestamps below if you want to jump ahead. And of course, we always like a like, subscribe, or forward to somebody else because it helps the algorithm promote all of our content. Let's launch, guys. It is Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Month here in the United States. And this month, we wanted to highlight for you an individual who has achieved in this field, and that is Professor Frank Wu. Professor Frank Wu, will put a picture up and some basic information, is currently the president of Queens College in the City University of New York. Professor Wu was a professor of mine, actually. He taught me immigration law, and so I knew him many, many years ago when I took his survey course on immigration. Professor Wu was very active in advocating for immigrants' rights and Asian Americans. And in fact, he's the author of a book entitled Yellow: Race in America Beyond Black and White. For many years, he appeared on television as an expert on Asian American issues. And he's always advocated and been in the forefront of what's going on in the Asian American community in the United States. He's very accomplished. He is a licensed attorney. He's taught at different law schools and currently resides as president at Queens College. That's a highlight for you, Professor Frank Wu, one of my professors. Great guy, I know him real well, and I wanted to point out to you, an Asian American, done something different in the United States. All right, so USCIS announced a new extension for the EAD. Now, if you've been following this, you know that EADs have been backlogged at USCIS for a long time. And the current announcement is an extension of 540 days, which began on May 4th, 2022. That means that if you have an EAD and you filed for an extension in almost any category, but specifically H4 EADs, you will get an extension for 540 days, which you can use on your I-9 form without having the card in your hand. So 540 days is basically a year and a half, and that is going to be very helpful for people who are waiting in line. This went into effect on May 4th, 2022, and this extension. So you should be using that now if you have an EAD application pending.